Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. Guys, Ye has been hit with another lawsuit. But do you guys remember that I predicted this would have happened the moment that Ye returned to LA? And I said that this is how you'll know that there's a unified effort against him to consistently take him down. Also, he told us this. He told us that Harry Emanuel, and he wasn't hiding when he said it. He said Harry Emanuel is going to ensure to have people suing him so as to make him go broke. And we're seeing everything that you told us would have happened to him is definitely happening in this case. And you know what is very disgusting about these lawsuits is that what they put out in the media, oftentimes it's not even what you read in the lawsuit. When you read the lawsuit, you see something completely and totally different. Do you guys remember the lawsuit that was filed just 2 weeks ago, where that former staff of Donda Academy, well, actually, he was hired as the gardener. His daughter is on Donda Academy's choir. His mom teaches at Donda Academy. You hired him for a specific project, and you told him that while the garden looks good, that was not what he was asking for. And then he was using a lump that he has I think the lump is at his neck, and saying, "You have no conscience, Kanye. I have this lump on my neck that I have to be working with." And he took the job with the lump. And he was basically saying that he has no conscience. And he is like, "Look, man, that's not what I'm talking about, because we discussed this before you took on this project and you made me a promise. And all I'm saying is the garden looks good, but it's not what I wanted." And he was basically telling you that he was unconscionable, and you gave it to him verbally, and he was hella mad about it. And he sued Ye because of that, because he wanted to give Ye something else other than what Ye asked for. And Ye was like, "You know what? You're gonna have to do it all over again, because this is not the vision that we discussed." And that is what Ye got sued for in that lawsuit 2 weeks ago. And many people do not realize that, because that is not what the media pushed to the forefront. But let's talk about this one. And once I see or hear anything of the court documents, I'll let you guys know, because guess what? We've been searching for the court documents all morning and we cannot find it, which means that they're using a media disgrace strategy to force him into settlement. This is a manipulation tactics. This is highly manipulative. But let's talk about the claims that the media is reporting on. And then once we have some information from the actual lawsuit itself, I'm going to come back and talk about that, because the actual details in the lawsuit is what is important. Now, let's talk about this. They're saying, and this is coming from IPOP, DX, they're saying that Kanye West has been named in a new lawsuit filed by an ex-employee who claims that the embattled rapper has discriminated against Black men and women on his team. Now, guys, let's stick a pin there for a second, because this is one of the things that they often throw out there. They tell you that he hates Jewish people. He hates LGBTQIA people. He hates white people. He hates Black people. But then when they tell you that, you hear Ye saying he has no problem working with people from the LGBTQIA community. As a matter of fact, he has worked with a few people. Even his most recent friend that passed on, that designer guy, I think his name is Tucci, the last name. I mean, come on. They said that he's a member of the LGBTQIA community. It was even rumored that he had an affair with Ye. So it goes to show how people twist and turn things to their liking. And who is Ye collaborating with for his Vultures album? Ty Dolla $ign. Isn't Ty a Black man? Hello. And when you look at the designer Moaloa that Ye has been working with for years, Moaloa is a black girl. So these are the things that they push out there to people, and they tell you that Ye say, oh, his kids are not black. Like, really? Come on. They will have a different story from Ye's narrative. But let's talk about the reports further on. Now they're saying court documents obtained by page 6 and filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on Friday, April 26, alleged that Benjamin Deshawn Provo, a former security guard at the Donda Academy, suffered severe emotional distress as a result of West's behavior. Kanye and members of his management team subjected Provo and other black employees to less favorable treatment than their white counterparts, read the lawsuit in part. Specifically, Kanye frequently screamed at and berated black employees, while in contrast, he never so much as raised his tone of voice towards white. Now, towards the white staff, they're saying Provo also alleged that West would ridicule his black employees for wearing locks, even though Provo mentioned he did so because it was part of his Muslim faith. So you're telling me that Ye doesn't like people that wear locks, but oftentimes we see Ye in Jamaica in the studios with Buju Banton, who has locks. Ye and Ty Dolla Sign has been rocking around, who has locks. Ye and Lil Wayne is working together on the Vultures album. Lil Wayne has locks. And you want us to believe that Ye doesn't like people with locks? This is the things that they come with oftentimes. And if you have no reasoning ability, and if you have no reference and no connection, you will be gullible enough to believe that these fallacies are facts when they are nothing but fallacious attacks. But let's continue with what Provo is claiming in this lawsuit. No, Provo is saying Kanye and members of his management team required Provo to choose between these critical aspects of his self-identity and financial stability. The complaint continued. Indeed, at the direction of Kanye, Provo was given the ultimatum to cut his hair or be fired. In addition to being forced to cut his hair, Provo alleged that Kanye West would ban books from prominent black leaders, including Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. Provo didn't request specific amount in damage in the lawsuit. Earlier this month, Trevor Phillips, another Donda Academy of employee, also submitted a case while making several allegations of abuse and discrimination against the Chicago native. No, let's end there because there's nothing else that I see coming out here that really needs to be mentioned. So this Provo lawsuit is really not saying anything. He's just saying that, he was humiliated and belittled and asked to cut his locks. There isn't really anything substantial in this lawsuit. Nothing specific to say, yes, that was Ye discriminating against him. He's saying Ye asked him to cut his locks and Ye would berate and get angry at him. But we need something that gives you that punch, something specifically where he said, you're just a damn black man or something along that line. And it's not there. And this is what I'm talking about. Fallacious attacks, fallacious lawsuits. And Ye told us the mastermind that we should expect behind these lawsuits are who? And it is exactly so. No, I'm going to be unapologetic about this. If I was Ye, as it relates to Donda Academy, I would ensure that I hire people with a damn good track record. That is what I would do because these people, he's giving pity party. Everyone who is suing him is people who he have pitied. Remember that guy he allowed to stay at his Malibu mansion? Someone who he pitied, someone who was homeless. He gave a place to stay and end up being sued because he was being empathetic to people. And that is what normally happens to Ye. He needs to cut out that soft spot because it's not working for him. It's not as though he's going to be mean and vicious towards people, but it's time for him to start putting himself first and stop being so, oh my God, I need to help my black brother, because your black brother ain't helping you. As a matter of fact, they're putting several knives in your back and they're telling lies on this man because we know that Ye has always lifted up, praised our black leaders. So we have even evidence of such all across the internet. And if anyone knows Ye's history, we know that yes, he has a few quirks here and there, but not these things that he's currently being accused of. And that's all I have to say about that for this video. Let me know what are your thoughts, guys. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, and see you guys later. Bye, guys.